Jay, so your boy Donald J is back in the news again, back in court again, this time 2 different instances.
The homie.
So one is this hush money trial where you have people testifying to things that they did to cover up his misdealings. And then second is this presidential immunity case that the Supreme Court has agreed to hear. So what do you think these outcomes are going to be? Do you think it's going to work in his favor in the long run?
Yeah, I don't think Donald Trump is going to jail. As long as he don't go to jail, it works in his favor. So there it is. I think the worst thing is this immunity piece. The immunity piece sucks because I heard his side saying that no president should, all presidents should have immunity, and one guy said if they don't, it shouldn't be no president. Like basically saying that all presidents doing some greasy shit. So if you guys, you should give them all immunity because if you sitting in that seat, you're gonna be doing some greasy shit. You know, that's kind of crazy. But you know, again, Donald J, the homie. Hey, look, he's box office, man. He must see TV. So, and again, I don't believe he's going to jail. I don't believe nothing's going to happen to him. I think that, you know, the worst case thing that can happen to him, and probably even this country, is him not winning an election. Not because he's the best candidate, but people have threatened to do shit, and I just think some dumbass people going to do some shit to people that for no good reason because he didn't win an election, and it's really sucky. That people are thinking on that wavelength, you know, and that's just sad. And that's what the most important thing that I'm paying attention to. It's a lot of people that's willing to hurt and harm individuals over Donald Trump. Don't know him, you know, it is what it is. And they would really think about and talking about, I mean, on camera, in public, like, hey, we're going to hurt people, it's going to be worse than January 6th if he don't win. I mean, that's the shit that bothers me the most, and nobody's really talking about that because I guess they figure like they got bigger shit to talk about, and they're talking about Donald Trump again. He's must-see TV, and they're charging yachts and new houses and new cars and new jets to all. You know, Donald Trump makes these news outlets money, and so I'm not looking at these news outlets like they know Donald Trump make them money. Y'all need to be kicking him back some bread because y'all ain't. Look, y'all was dry when y'all ain't had nothing to talk about when Trump was chilling. Now he back on it. They back up again. They are back up. Whoever, check the stocks. Whoever own these parent companies of these what's name are doing very good because of Donald J, the homie. So, it's just crazy. I don't like politics. I don't know. You know, I'm probably gonna sit this one out. Far as at that point, I don't believe in either one of the candidates particularly. But I really hate that we're living in a country where it's to the point where we want to hurt each other if somebody wins or loses or don't win or lose. I remember that's how the country was started, but it was so much more smaller back then. And you're going to have a lot of innocent people who don't even have a clue of what's going on. They wouldn't even be able to tell you what's going on politically that will be hurt or affected negatively. And it always happens. But they're talking about going to another extent, people leaving this world just for this belief. And Donald Trump not gonna give a damn. I don't know Donald Trump. I had no personal issues with Donald Trump. Prior to him becoming a politician, I thought that he was a prominent businessman. I believed in that. I read his book. Listened to speeches. A lot of other people that look like myself held him in high regard from a business perspective. It's just been a shit show ever since he became a politician. I don't think he was set up for that. I think he just could have been that person still on the outside, being a business mogul and handling his business. This has turned the country into a whole nother situation. And, it's not him. And I always tell people this. I said, when you talk about people on a higher level and the celebrity level, it's always a trickle-down effect. It's not them. He's one man. But it's millions of people on a lower level that's moving and shaking off of shit they don't even really understand. And that's just super crazy, and it's sad. Because I wouldn't want people to do that even off of Joe Biden. Or nobody, for that. Me either. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's doing what they need to do for themselves. But you have these group of people who think that they're doing right. you know what I'm saying, for the community or for the country, and they want to be patriots, but they're not. And that's the thing you got to worry about. They every time this is on TV, is riling up more individuals, riling up more negativity. And again, I'm not blaming Donald Trump, because these news outlets know. They know this shit, and they put it up. That's the top. It can be 100. I watch the news every morning, getting ready to go out of my house, and it can be 100 tornadoes just dropped, a bomb dropped in another country, this happened, blah, blah, blah. But wait, before we get to all that, we'll talk about Donald Trump's case. They know he's box office, and they're making money off of this. And then they don't care, because when some kids or some people, some innocent people get hurt, that's going to be box office too. That's going to be the first thing on the news as well. And that's the part that I'm thinking about and more concerned about than any of this presidential shit, whether he goes to jail or not, or whether he screws Stormy Daniels. That's none of my business. And I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But that type of stuff right there is what concerns me.